Hi, I'm John. I'm a psychotherapist. We asked the internet to ask us questions about mental and emotional health and well-being. I don't get any advance warning, but let's have a look at what today's question is. Okay, very, very topical. We're now this is over Easter weekend 2020. How can I best help myself in this COVID-19 crisis? There is so much conflicting advice that I just don't know what to do. There are 6 things that you can do, 6 fairly simple things, but there's layers of complexity underneath what those things are. Number 1 is this: do something for somebody else. In my office reception at the Grove Clinic, there's a little poster, and it says, "You cannot live the perfect day without doing something for somebody who has no chance of repaying you." I'm not sure where that quote came from, but I believe it to be absolutely true. So we need to focus on other people, and in practical terms, there's a lot you can do. You might think that you are somewhat hampered by being in this splendid isolation that we've been forced into, but the reality is that there's one simple thing that you can do, and that's pick up the phone or contact somebody online in some way that you haven't spoken to for a long time. Maybe it's somebody that you work with and you think they're the strong, confident one, and they're okay, they'll be just fine. They will really appreciate you getting in touch and finding out how they are. So if there is some way in which you could find to reach out to other people, maybe you want to do some fundraising online, maybe you want to organise a bunch of people to do an online choir and sing to people. There are loads and loads and loads of things that you can do. The second thing on my list of things to do to help your immune system strengthen is to sleep well. Now, elsewhere, somewhere up there'll be a little label popping up about now, which will tell you about a video I made earlier about sleep. And in there's some contact details. If you want some top tips for good sleep, please get in touch. Just contact us, email us, and we will provide those. And what we'll also give you is an audio file. It's an audio file that you can listen to at bedtime, and it's just my voice and some moody music, and it will help you to sleep, it will help you to go to sleep, and it will help you to get a good quality of sleep. During your sleep, during your slow wave rest sleep, your immune system is rebuilding and strengthening, and that's why it's important. That's why it's on my list of top tips to keep strong, to keep a really good, strong immune system. Next item: don't leave space for worries. Expect a good outcome. I make that sound so simple, don't I? But you really need to just decide whether your thoughts are worry thoughts, in which case they are making you anxious, and that those worry thoughts are producing more cortisol that's going round and round in your system and weakening your immune system, or if they are thoughts that are really helping you to do something. Are they thoughts that are helping you to make a plan? But after you've had those thoughts, expect a good outcome. If you've done everything that you can do, if you've taken every action that you can take, expect a good outcome. The great Joe Griffin from the Human Givens Organisation always uses the analogy of a flight. When you get onto an aeroplane, those nice cabin crew people say, "Hey, you guys, pay attention, have a look here. We've worried about everything that might go wrong on this flight, and we've decided what we will do if it does go wrong, and we'd like you to rehearse that." And there's the floor lights, and there's the emergency exit, and there's the things that drop down. And then if it's a good flight, the captain will come on and say, "We expect to land at our destination in whatever the time is." And that's a reasonable expectation under the circumstances. I cannot think of a better analogy of how we deal with worries. If you're just worrying, you're whipping yourself up into an emotionally aroused state. That will produce more cortisol, the stress neurotransmitter that's going round and round in your system, and it will weaken your immune system. So if you want to strengthen your immune system, keep worry and anxiety and fear at bay. The next thing you can do during this COVID-19 crisis is to eat well. Now, online there's 1,000 nutritionists that will tell you 1,000 different things. Don't eat this, don't eat that, eat this, eat that. Let me sell you these vitamins, supplements, whatever it is. Actually, my own view is that we're all nutritionists. We all were born with some innate knowledge that drives us towards getting our nutriments. We get our physical nutriments and our emotional nutriments. What we really need to be doing is having a think about what it is that is likely to keep us healthy in terms of our food. Now, there's been a debate going for years and years and years. We now know with a great degree of certainty that huge problems are caused by us eating sugar and other processed carbohydrates. It is that simple. I promise you that if you can get sugar out of your life and other processed carbohydrates, you will be a lot healthier. I mean, bread, cakes, biscuits, sweets, sugar, all of those fun things, breakfast cereals, any kind of convenience food is likely to be loaded with processed carbohydrates. And if you can go back to just eating fresh vegetables, a certain amount of meat and fish, I promise you, and by the way, this is not about losing weight in any way, although that may well be a byproduct of it. What it is about is keeping your immune system strong. The next thing, the dreaded E word, exercise. I know, please don't switch off. Just stay with me on this one. In order for you to be physically and mentally healthy, you need some exercise. I have to tell you, I've had more exercise since this isolation than I've had probably for many, many years. I go for about an hour to an hour and a half's brisk walk every day, and it's doing me the world of good, and I feel much better for it. And I hope you will do the same. It's really simple. You need a routine, and you need to be doing about 20 minutes a day, which gets you out of breath, which helps you build up a bit of a sweat and makes your heart beat faster. Your physical health will benefit and your emotional health will benefit. As a result of that, you will have a stronger immune system to fight off this virus and any other of those kinds of illnesses. Last but not least, a very simple thing that we hear a lot about these days, but I'll tell you my version of it. It's called gratitude, being grateful for what we have got and the things that we take for granted every day. Let me tell you how I start every day. The alarm goes off, I press the snooze button, I close my eyes again, and I know I've got 5 minutes to think about some really important things. I've woken up in a bed with some bed covers on it, which dry, and I have a roof over my head. And I'm really grateful for that, and I do not take it for granted. Many people in the world do not have that luxury. I know that in a few moments I'm going to sit up and I'm going to swing 2 legs out of bed and put 2 feet on the floor, and those 2 feet work, and my legs work, and my arms work, and my eyes work, and my ears work most of the time. And I am really, really grateful for those things. There are many people who do not have that. I'm going to go and flick a switch on a wall, and amazingly, a light is going to come on. There are many people in the world who don't have that. I'm going to use the bathroom and use a flushing loo. I'm going to go and I'm just going to turn a tap on and hot water is going to come out. And I'm going to go downstairs and there's a fridge, and in that fridge is some food. And all of those things I am extremely grateful for, and many, many people in the world just do not have them. And I think that gratitude does an awful lot for my own mental health. So if you've enjoyed this video, please share it, like it, subscribe even, and hit that little bell, and we'll send you a little notification when the next one is up. Importantly, email us in your questions to wellyeahevenbetter@gmail.com, and we will do our best to include them in the list of questions to be answered. One final thing, please take really good care of each other and take great care of yourself. Thanks.